Yeah, this is Dave from cheapbooks.com. I'm playing World of Tanks. The tank I am playing is a Centurian Mark I. It's a British Tier 8 medium tank, and the map is Overlord. You note I got a fast reload time, 3.6 seconds. I usually play at the center of the map. This allows me to access most targets wherever they are, to relocate quickly, to even spot tanks. The map looks, I don't know if the map looks a little different or not. I guess I'm going to start right here. Someone spotted me. There is artillery, so I got to watch out for the artillery. When you're on the front lines and you're spotted first, the artillery is going to shoot at you first. That's just a fact. So I got a nice hit on their artillery, but I also took a lot of damage.
Ready to fire. We didn't even scratch them.
This is not good.
We're done for. Everyone get out.
There is a bonus for spotting artillery in the game mechanics. And before you start to question and say that I shouldn't be so far ahead, that's just nonsense. You know, a good player is on the front where all the action is. The bad players are the ones that are sitting behind camping. If you want to be a better player, you got to be on the front lines, and you have to know when to withdraw. Hope that your allies support you. If you have a good platoon, you'll be fine. If you look at my experience, my average experience is way higher than the average person, regardless of what my other statistics say. And the reason why is because I play on the front lines. I play near the enemy. If they're behind a rock, I'm on the other side of the rock. If they're behind a building, I'm on the other side of the building. If they're behind a cliff, I'll be on the other side. Get as close to the enemy as possible. As long as there's not a lot of them, you're usually pretty safe. You know, this was a case where there were like 5 or 6 enemy tanks right in front of me, and my allies were way too far behind because they're all chicken. I mean, like they all think if they go over one of those berms, they're all going to get shot dead immediately, and it's just nonsense. I don't know why this guy's pushing me. He's really not helping me. You know what? I'm going to go through the center this time, just for the hell of it. The enemy is pretty predictable. They usually go up on that ridge, so I'm going to move to try and get close to that ridge. It'll keep them spotted, and I'll get any spotting damage. It is very dangerous. There's a risk involved, and you can't be afraid. You know, if you're afraid, part of it is you have to have the skill. You have to be able to hide as quickly as you can, or retreat. Someone obviously spotted me, which means that there's someone over there somewhere hiding. You gotta... Okay, that was artillery, so I can't obviously shoot at the artillery. You gotta stay as close to the objects. You have to advance to anything that you can use to protect you, such as that rock or this bush. Stay close to the side here. You never know where the enemy is going to be. Hide for a second. Take a glance, see if there's anybody there. It's unusual that there's nobody here today. When I first started playing this map, there would never be anyone here in the center because they were all afraid to go in the center. Obviously, someone spotted me.
Permission to engage. Enemy is hit. Target lost.
As you can see, I now spotted that tiger. If anybody shoots at him, I will get the points for it. I don't know where that Emil Sturmpanzer or whatever they call it is, but he's obviously hiding over there somewhere. And it's very difficult for him to re-aim his tank. So I do have time to move, even if it's in front of him.
Ready to fire. Enemy armor is hit.
Very vulnerable position right here. Gonna keep on moving.
The guy is dead. We're trying to cover for him. Ready to fire.
Stay close to the cliff as much as possible. Got to be very careful now. Can only take one more shot.
Target acquired.
Come on. Ah!
We're dead for it. Everyone
Okay, so he killed me. So part of the game is you want to be able to play anywhere on the map. And obviously I died. Our team is losing 6-1, which puts us at a severe disadvantage. Not only is it 6-1, but we have 2 artillery units, and the artillery units don't work effectively as tanks. The team that I was trying to help in the north, my teammate's completely gone. I am, as you can see on the map, you know, in enemy territory, which means that when I shoot at an enemy tank, I get double the experience. You get the full experience as opposed to sharing it with someone with spotting damage. Okay, and I also may have spotted an SPG, an enemy SPG, which gives me an additional bonus. So all this together gives you more average experience than someone who's sitting in the back there. Let's see how we did on Overlord. Not too good. I died kind of early. Okay, this is the Centurian Mark 1. Going to get into a battle. Erlenberg. Okay, so I will show you. Oh, we're doing the... I like to play from the south, not the north. This tank is... Okay, I'm going to go to the west side. And the west side has changed since I played a year and a half ago. So I'm not 100% familiar with it, but I'm going to do my best. And I'm going to show you once again, you want to get close to the enemy, do the spotting. There are tier 9 tanks in the game you got to be wary of. They don't have a lot of spotters on their team for some reason. But I'm going to do my best.
Let's go.
I like to get most of my experience from spotting. It absolutely is way better than having to duke it out with other tanks. You'll see that my allies will never... It's you know, sometimes they will go further than I do, but usually I'm going to go further than they do, even though I'm a lower tier. You also get more experience when you penetrate higher tier tanks. This looks like a good hiding spot right here. I hope I wasn't spotted. You can see my allies have not shot at that tank, and I have not been spotted either.
Enemy armor is damaged. Enemy is hit. Enemy armor is hit.
No go for you.
Penetration.
He has no idea I just shot at him 3 times,
Enemy
4
armor is
times,
damaged. Penetration.
5 times.
We didn't penetrate their armor. Where'd they go? Ready to fire. Penetration. One of our tracks is damaged. Where'd they go? Target acquired. Enemy armor is damaged. Penetration.
My ally's dead. 2 on 1.
We're done
Yeah.
for. Everyone get out.
I was just starting to calculate. Obviously, there's 3 tanks in front of me. It was starting to click. You know, maybe I should get out of here. And I wasn't sure. You know, my ally obviously died right next to me, but I wasn't thinking. My situational awareness wasn't that great. Now, all these allies that are here on the right side, there's a lot of them. There were a lot of us. I seem to recall I was the first one here. You know, if I didn't move forward, there is a good chance that they all would have sat back. And even though I was the first one to die, there is a good chance that I think I did really well in terms of the game. I'll probably do reasonably well when we see the final report. It was a high-risk game. Okay, I want to see how I did on Swamp. Nothing good. I play difficult positions. You know, if I wanted to, I could go and take the easy way out and just like everybody else, but you don't learn as much. And here's the other thing. I used to be not only on the front lines, but I used to have a little bit of fear and anxiety because it's tense moments when you're on the front lines and you're surrounded by enemies and you don't know what to do. But I don't have that anymore because I've got a lot of the skills down. Driving, how to hide. My big skill that I need to work on right now is when to retreat to prevent dying, that last shot. But everything else I've got pretty much mastered. You know, I can aim very accurately at tanks. I can pick targets really quick.
Time to roll out.
Okay, if you watch my Karelia assault videos, you'll know that every single time I do the exact same thing, I'm going to go straight up the middle. It used to be really easy, but they changed the map, and when they changed the map, they made it so that the enemy can also go up the middle to go over the mountains, so it happens sometimes. 90% of the time I make it without a problem. One game we had 5 tanks go up the middle. I've done it with TOGs, I've done it with the slowest tanks, the fastest tanks. It's always best with the fastest tank. It's a high-risk maneuver, anything can happen.
Ready to fire. Critical hit. Target lost. Permission to engage. Penetration.
I've been spotted.
Critical hit.
These guys are going to be a problem for me. They have to go. You know, I can't have those guys hanging out in the middle spotting me while I'm trying to assault them. I can't hit that guy, he's too far. So I'm going to take it easy, but I'm still going to do the maneuver.
Target acquired.
I'm just going to take longer to get there.
I don't see the target.
One of the problems with this maneuver is that if you get spotted, the enemy won't go to where they normally go, and they'll try to swarm on you. And then it makes it a lot more difficult because now you have the whole enemy team after you. Can't hit him. So I'm going to keep on moving forward. Usually I just keep on going. But why not shoot at enemy tanks if you can? Yeah, that's what you don't want. I'm going to sit here and try to unspot myself. So it's going to be difficult to go past this point because obviously they're going to be spotting me. I'm going to have to take chances. You can see my team is not advancing at all. They're doing an absolutely lousy job. It's making it very difficult for me to advance. So my team really sucks. The closer you get, the easier it can get because they can't shoot over the edge of the cliff unless they dive over, and a lot of people are afraid to dive over. Okay, so I made it near the entrance. I took a lot of damage.
Everyone get out.
My team did a lousy job. There's 6 minutes left, and the south still hasn't advanced at all, and the north really hasn't advanced. You know what? I'm going to make a video to show how to do it. If you're curious how it's done, it's easy to do. I mean, it's not hard. If my team had advanced, it would have been easier for me because you could see what happened. I was getting shot by like 5 different tanks because I was spotted and my team was hiding. I was the only tank that was spotted. Everybody focused on me. It created a problem. Now, this was the game with the Centurion. Okay, this was the one on Erlenberg, where I was in that really risky position where I kept hitting that tank 5 or 6 times in a row, and I was hiding in the bush, and I had 4 tanks. You can see I did pretty good. I did better than most of my team. I don't know where these other guys were on the map, but obviously they lasted longer. We did lose the game, unfortunately. But the reason why I got higher scores was because I was in a closer position. I haven't had any good games today, unfortunately. Oh, other than my domination mode. This is absolutely wonderful. We got 2 games in a row with the same map, 2 different tanks. This is a faster tank. This tank is going to get to that entrance a lot faster than the Black Prince did. So we'll see. I'm going to take the northern route. I kind of prefer to take the northern route. I think there's more trees on the northern route, but I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to head straight for the enemy base. It's a tier 9 game. I have to be careful. However, the rewards are much higher
Time to roll out.
because you get a lot more spotting damage with the higher tier tanks. Now, this maneuver that I'm doing is easier with a small tank. A small, fast tank, you have the most success. However, I don't have a small, fast tank. I'm still going to do it. Like I said, I've done it with a TOG. And even with 5 tanks, we all went at the same time. We all made it. So don't be chicken and say, oh no, what you're doing is stupid, you're out in the open. You don't listen to people who say that stuff. When I go and kill half the enemy team, then you'll see how stupid it was. I have to be honest, lately I have not been spotting a lot of artillery. But you spot all the people that camp their base. Okay, so my team has not advanced yet. Look how close I am. And we're right at the entrance. Okay, so I made it very easily. Hello.
Target acquired. We didn't even scratch them.
He might be AFK.
Ricochet.
I get all the points when my allies are shooting at him.
Enemy is hit.
So there is a KV-3 there that I got to worry about.
Enemy armor is destroyed.
Guess what I did? I just got tons of experience. Killed a higher tier tank. Got spotting damage.
Target acquired. Target released. Target acquired.
Guess what's going to happen to him? He's going to die. What do you think is going to happen? And hopefully I'll be the one to kill him.
Another target. We've lost a track. Enemy armor is hit. Permission to engage. We didn't even scratch them. They're knocked out. One of our tracks
2
is
kills. Very rewarding to play over here. Now they're all coming after me.
ready to. Enemy armor is destroyed.
3 kills. And this is an example of success.
Target acquired. Enemy vehicle destroyed.
4 kills. See how easy it was? Okay, would have been nice if I had spotted their artillery. Okay, there's an IS-6 behind me. Guess what's going to happen to him? He's about to die.
Ready to fire. We didn't penetrate their armor.
He's obviously not paying attention.
Target.
Oh, somebody else got him. I thought I was going to have him. My team still hasn't advanced. Well, I'm hitting the wrong key on the keyboard. Okay, so we're going to spot the artillery.
Target acquired. Penetration. We didn't even scratch them. Where'd they go?
I guess I have an ally helping me.
Acquired. I don't see the target.
Now, who do you think carried the team on this game? Obviously, I did. I made it easy for my allies.
We didn't penetrate their armor. Permission to engage.
The artillery is probably up here.
Target lost. Ready to fire. Penetration.
And take a chance.
Enemy armor is damaged. We're immobile. We're done for. Everyone get out.
Okay, so they got me. I got 4 kills. Carried the team. Absolutely carried the team. Now I want to see how the results are for this game. We won 14-2. I should have got a decent amount of spotting damage. My team was doing an absolutely wonderful job helping out. They made it very easy. Everyone was a one-shot kill for me. Okay, so I came out number 1 for the team. 1,000 100 experience. Look how much damage I did. 905, way down at the bottom. And again, #1 for experience. And why did I do that? I did it. Look at the damage caused with your assistance, 4,564. Okay, so I hope you finally are convinced that this strategy works. I did very little damage, high experience. Got, those 4 kills were lucky. They were all one-shot kills. I got to this center very easily, much easier than the last game. If you have any questions or comments, please post below.